Hi, boys and girls. I've got a couple of questions here for you. It's work solutions of exercise 1E. Charlotte asked for some of these, so I thought I'd post these and see how you went. So the first one is this particular diagram where you've got a quarter of a cylinder and you have to work out the surface area. So the first thing I'm going to do is write out the surface area formula so I know what I'm doing. So the way I do these, you can do them in many different ways, but the way I do these is I actually work out the surface area of the whole cylinder as if it's a whole cylinder first. So if I do that, I'm going to go, it's not writing. Why is it not writing? Painful. Hold on, I've got to press the pen. That would help, miss. 2 times pi times the radius is 3 squared plus 2 times pi times the radius times 10. Okay? And then what happens is I get the answer as if it's a full cylinder, surface area of. It becomes something to this effect. Now, I keep the whole thing on my calculator, don't get rid of it. Okay, now the problem is, of course, I don't have, oh, miss, I don't have a full cylinder, do I? No, miss, you don't. You only have a quarter. So therefore, what I need to do, and I'm going to do it again. I'm pretty crap at this, sorry. Okay, I am going to just find a quarter of the 245. So I'm going to go a quarter of the 245. So that means a quarter of my cylinder will now equal 61.26. Oh my goodness, approximately. Okay, so that is just the outside of the cylinder bit. Okay, so this section and the 2 circles. But as you know, I've got 2 rectangles, don't I, yet to work out. So what I need to do now is I need to add on the 2 rectangles. Now, if you have a look, the 2 rectangles are both 3 on the side and they both have a length of 10. So I'm going to go 2 lots of 3 times 10. So that means I've got to do 61.26 plus 60, which gives me 121.26. Now, I can't remember what the units were, so I'm going to say they're centimetres squared. So the total surface area of that particular shape should be 121.26.26. Here's another one that Charlotte wanted, question 8E. So we have a cylinder and you need to only have these 2 particular measurements and you have to work out the total surface area. So the first thing I need to do is I need to use Pythagoras to find the diameter. So let's do that first. Now I've got a hypotenuse and I've got a short side, so that means I need to do the subtraction version of Pythagoras. Okay, 33 squared minus 26 squared gives me 413. But of course, Pythagoras is, if you remember, it's c squared equals a squared plus b squared. So the final step you always have to do for good old Pythagoras is you have to square root. So that gives me the diameter. Okay, so this gives me this, which ends up being 20.322 blah, 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 blah. Okay, but I don't want the diameter, do I, when I'm doing surface area of a cylinder? I want the radius. So I need to halve that to get the radius, which becomes 10.1612, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I've got the radius. Now I need to use my good old surface area formula. Surface area of a cylinder, if you remember, is 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. So that gives me 2 times pi times 10.16. Now don't round that decimal. Try and use the whole thing just in case. All squared. Plus 2 times pi times 10.16. Don't forget you've got your answer key. So hopefully that will hold that in there for you. Times that by 26, the height. Put that all in your calculator. Okay, if you have 10.1612, blah, 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 and you have it in from your previous answer. You don't clear the screen. Remember, you can press the ANS, the answer key, and it should pop up whenever you need it in that next section, as long as you don't press the equals again. And I get 2308.7 rounded to 1 decimal place according to the question, and I'll assume it's in centimetres, so I need to write units of centimetres squared. There you go.